Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, various genders from across the world, welcome to the world-famous Packcast, brought to you by Wicked Wolves Gaming, the best gaming crew in the entire world. My name is Zubair Asgar, aka Big Z-Bear. Lovely to see you guys. I'm sure you're familiar with who I am by now. Today is a very special edition of the Packcast. In case you didn't log in last week, I will inform you shortly that we will be joined by a very, very important person. The reason being is because this is our year anniversary special Packcast. So, without further ado, I would like to introduce the one, the only, the reason we exist, our glorious Alpha, Jordan Eaton. Alpha? Ho-ho!
Thank you, Zubair. Very nice intro there. Hi, everybody. My name's Jordan Eaton. I am the Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of Wicked Wolves Gaming, or as the pack know me as, the Alpha, head of the pack, that sort of stuff. That's my nice little nickname that I've been given since like second month in, and it's stuck, and we've gone on with it, really. So looking forward to this episode, 2-hour special. Obviously, we can see here lots of happy birthdays in chat for Wolves. And it's been an amazing year more than anything. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm obviously with you for the full 2 hours. But yeah, let's get this show started. So I'll introduce these. So the first segment this week, we're doing half-an-hour segments. So the first one, we're going to be talking around when we initially started. So we had our very first board of directors, which consisted of literally 5 people. Unfortunately, we only have 4 here this today, which were myself. Zubair was on the very first board of directors as well. And we're going to bring in a guy called Josh Prentice, who was our director of video production. Josh, how are we?
Hey, I'm not doing too bad, guys. Thank you very much for having me on. It's nice to be back here. If you guys don't know me, my name is Josh. I was the head of video production. I came into the Wolves because basically I saw a Facebook ad asking for a video editor. So me looking for editing jobs, I said, hey, I'm going to jump in, get some editing work done. And suddenly they said, right, you're the head of video production. And I was around for about 6-7 months, something along those lines. Now I just do my own YouTube channel where I do a film podcast and film reviews all the time. So if you have time, check me out on there. But great to be back. Nice seeing all these lovely original faces again. And yeah, Thank you for having me on.
No problem. It was nice having it's nice to have you back on more than anything. Josh was a big stepping stone within Wolves, obviously coming in, doing YouTube videos and that sort of stuff, and it took us to the next leap. So the next person we're going to be bringing in was our director of operations, and his name is Chris Reed.
How are we doing, Wolves?
How are we, Chris? You all right?
I'm not too bad. So my story began back in July. I think it was 2 months, after... I don't know the exact date for the birthday. It's today, obviously. A friend of mine brought me in, which is the Yeet Shot. He brought me in. He shared my stream to the Wolves. All support came in, and I decided to join up. I started as a content creator. Worked my way up quickly from content creator to, I think it was in charge of content, general manager before. Then it was straight on to director of operations. At the end of, before the pandemic happened, I was given a seat continuing on for a director position, but unfortunately I was stepped down because I had to concentrate on family. Currently, I am still with the Wolves. I'm the content general manager, and I'll be staying for a very long time.
Nice. So this is our first segment, and obviously, Zubair, do you want to give us a bit of what you did in the first initial?
Yeah, everybody who's only seen me from the podcast, you guys probably don't know what I was before. Before, I had the title of, I believe it was, the marketing director, and then it switched over to chief brand officer. And the reason being for that is I kind of have a little bit of a history on working on trying to get some sort of marketing ideas and branding ideas out there. Turned out that when we decided that we should start some sort of Packcast channel, Jordan came up with the idea of having this sort of Packcast thing going on. Turns out that I seem to be the suitable fit for that, so I was rescinded from that role. It was given to a more apt and more suitable person. I'm sure we'll be talking to them later about it. And the idea was to guide the marketing, guide the brand, and as you can see, that's been doing very well without me. So the Packcast is the baby now for me.
Yeah, you are the executive producer of the Packcast, and it's gone very well. We've seen some amazing results within the Packcast. But let's not talk about this year. Let's talk about right at the start when we had our very first board of directors meeting, which was on a Sunday at 8 o'clock, and it was on the very last week of July. Do we all remember this? I do.
I don't remember the date, but I remember the call. Yeah,
bits and bits.
Yes,
bits and bits.
Do you all remember what our main focus was in that time, Zuba?
The main focus was well. To be honest, I'll be absolutely honest with you. I don't remember exactly what we concluded, but I do know the focus was what we wanted our organization to be. That was the purpose of that. It wasn't so much the immediate steps. We had to make an idea, a goal that we wanted to achieve. That was the main focus of that goal. I love you too, Josh Edwards.
There we go. Obviously, nice comment. Josh, what was your main focus within the video side? Explain to me what your focus was when you was getting the clips.
My focus was, first of all, just getting the clips. Those in the Wicked Wolves basically knew me for my nickname in the group chat, which was Cover Your Ears, Children, Send Me Content, Bitch, because apparently that was a struggle for many people.
He keeps liking
and that's why he didn't get the content, because he kept lagging.
you lagged out massively there, Joe.
Oh, okay, hang on. This is great. Do you want to just jump to Chris first?
We'll jump to you and we'll come back to you. Go on, Chris. So as your role as Director of Operations, tell me the rundown of, because you had quite a prominent role within the organisation, and so you tell me what your focus was within your Director of Operations role.
So my focus was, more than anything, is getting competitive teams together, because I control not only the content, but also I control the esports teams. Getting teams ready for, say, CSGO, Call of Duty, Counter-Strike. I said CSGO twice, but basically getting them ready. And then the content-wise was, I was getting nagged by Josh. I want content. I want my damn clips. So I had to basically chew the ears off of my content guys saying, listen, it's okay you streaming, but we need clips. Yeah. And basically reminding people every week, and this wasn't just now and then, it was every week during meetings, especially to the content guys, was, guys, I need to see clips. Guys, you need to start, gain more exposure for us, for your sponsors, who are you representing? And I'm still doing that now as content general GM, telling people, get your clips in, get your sponsors sorted.
Yep.
So, again, it was more content-wise was exposure for themselves, as well as helping them get their communities going as their little brand. Esports side was getting teams together, getting training schedules sorted out, getting captains sorted, just trying to get our foot in the competitive world, which wasn't easy on the first year.
It's not easy, but I think in the year coming, yes, we're still having a laugh and joke about content, because still people don't get the idea of uploading clips.
Yeah.
Which is what we use. And big shout out to Amy now, who's obviously making the clips. But Josh obviously was the pinnacle, and he was the flagship person for that team. But it's now, looking at it, you look at the teams that we've got. We've got a Call of Duty team that's in a semi-final of an SND tournament. So a big shout out to them, because in a year they're going up for some prize money now. It's crazy to see how we've progressed, and that's just basically the work that we put in place. We set the foundations.
Yeah,
Josh?
the first year of anything. Sorry, Josh is back. Yeah, go ahead.
Go on. Am I not lagging anymore?
You're not lagging anymore.
You're actually with us now.
Okay, how far did I get before I started lagging before? Or was it from the get-go?
We weren't paying attention. We didn't want to hear you. We were just so happy you lagged out.
Just start again.
We got to send my content, bitch. Then what?
Yeah, okay. So basically, it was a big pain getting people to send me clips in, because my original idea was just to get some highlight reels highlighting the certain players around and try and get just a collage of the games we played, have sort of a Call of Duty montage, a Fortnite montage, just little montages to get things rolling, get the ball rolling, which I can see on the channel now. They have becoming more thick and fast, which I am happy to see. I'm just sad it didn't happen during my time with the rules. But
It's not my
Hint,
fault.
hint.
it's fine, I don't blame
Not
you.
my
I don't
fault.
blame you. But yeah.
Well, should we? Do you remember the first video you did?
What was the first video? I remember I did one for Ace. It was like a little Fortnite montage, but I can't remember I did something before that. I remember I did a trade.
You did some for me.
Oh yeah, I did a montage for you.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Apex.
Oh, that was fun.
Apex one, wasn't it?
I'm not showing that one, but I will show. Do you remember the CS:GO one you did?
Oh, the one that got panned. Yeah,
I remember it.
You see, CS:GO people hated it.
I will be showing that video very shortly.
I'm going to be face palming the whole way through.
Do you know what? Let's do it now, shall we?
No,
Let's do it now.
Do it now. Yeah.
Expose me, Jordan. Why dare you?
So these were the ones here that you did.
I didn't do that many.
You did. This was, oh my god, my ugly mush.
Go with the overpowered alternator as well.
Yep. With the disruptor round.
You had the disruptor round, though.
I did that. I was proud of that.
That's so cute. It's like a 2-day-old puppy.
The old logo.
I still like the old logo. I still
I
like
still
it.
enjoy the logo. I was just proud of the bloody
There was nothing wrong with the
animation I did
logo.
for it.
The animation was awesome.
First one I ever did on After Effects, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, it was the
That's
first
a
one I ever did on After Effects. So
Well, it did the job.
Well, I think this is the bit where you have to bleep me for most of the video.
yeah. Oh god, I love doing blurs. I love doing swear blurs though. Premiere adjustment layers are so good for that.
This was what, season 2, I think?
It was season 2 when the alternator had disruptor around.
I just started playing the game at that point as well.
Me and Ethan, or Slays, who's the deputy IGL for the Blue COD team, we were playing, and this were dirty. There's one. But yeah, I remember the video that I get dropped and I start swearing quite a lot, and yeah, you keep having to bleep me out, which is quite funny.
No, my favourite one was when they napalm themselves and you just laugh like a psychopath.
Oh yeah.
I remember that.
If I can remember correctly, this is the actual video. We just come in and basically.
What, when you laugh like a psychopath?
There it is. The bleeps now.
That's one bleep.
Have you got your ultimate? Let's have a look. Let me see if I can find the bit where they bombard themselves.
They bombard themselves?
Yeah. Highly hilarious.
I think it was near the end of it, if I remember correctly.
I'm just looking for it now.
It might not be this
Everyone
one.
just using that flaming alternator.
I think it's around about here.
There's another beep. Oh wait, it's your damn fire alarm.
No. Might have been before that. I think it was before it, obviously, where I get bombarded.
What you need to do is share us the clip, and then we can all check it out afterwards, because it's such a long clip, you're not going to be able to find it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, be for Ace is trying to
Too many
that.
beeps.
He basically just says F off, and then they bomb themselves, and he starts laughing like a maniac. It's beautiful.
The power of the F-bomb. Literally an F-bomb.
It is quite a good. It is quite a good clip though, and I still have that on my main channel to this day. I've not really been working on my main YouTube channel because obviously I've been doing stuff with Wolves, but it's nice to see old clips, especially the Ace one were quite good. He was quite a nice little Fortnite player. One of the younger members of the team. He was very passionate. Unfortunately, he did have to leave due to family issues, but we did wish him the best, and if he does come back, then it'd be even better for us because he has started to grow himself. But we obviously last month we opened up the Wicked Wolves Academy. Which is surprising, really, because we, as ourselves, as the very first board of directors, we set it in place that we needed to look into the young team, and we were thinking about it, but thinking that obviously last month it opened. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, you know what? When it comes to the academy, the whole purpose is in the name, isn't it? The idea to train people and bring people up, and people with potential, you track them out and say, look, you can be good if we work you, which is not that common an idea. We were looking forward to it, but we were so busy trying to get ourselves organized in such a way where we'd understand how we can get ourselves growing that the academy kind of took a back seat because we had a bird in the hand. There's no point running for the bush, right? For the two that were there. So we had to try and figure out how to work this out. So the fact that we got an academy established means that the difficulties that we were facing before to try and establish ourselves, we've overcome them now. And we're looking at the goals that we wanted to achieve moving forward. So if anything, it was a relief to see that we've achieved this thing, that we've got the academy set up. That's my opinion on that.
I think Ace was the original academy, I think, because a lot of managers took to him and they wanted to work with him a lot closer. And I think, Josh, you worked with him quite a bit, helping him develop his clips, that sort of stuff. So you tell me about the original foundations of the academy and what you felt you did to progress these younger talents.
Well, basically, with the academy, obviously, early days, it was trying to build these young gamers up and looking at these clips. It was basically just a way of trying to highlight the best players, base them in a way, give them that exposure from a younger age and build them up from that point onwards. Honestly, I wish I got to do more videos with the academy lot, but I'm still very proud of the Ace video because I was trying a bunch of. Before I got into the Wolves, I didn't do any gaming videos. I never edited anything gaming related. That video we just saw with Apex, that was my first time ever doing a gaming video. And with the Ace one, I tried to do a lot more fluid transitions. And for the first minute of that, I absolutely love it to this day. And just I didn't get a chance to do more of it because clip issues, basically.
Oh, we never know. We never know. Never say
never say never.
Never say never.
He's going to keep beating that dead horse.
Basically, I'm trying to get Josh to come back. That's basically it.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
But I think we'll show the Ace clip at the end for everybody to see Josh's work because he's a very, very good video editor, and a lot of people have started using him. And now he does run his own podcast, which I'll admit I am a big fan of. I like my movies myself. I'm a bit of a new. Can't get my words out. I'm a bit of a movie snob, and all the movies that he recommends, I will go and watch, and I know that I love him. So hopefully we can get him back in the Wolves and representing our amazing brand again. So, Chris, speak to me about operations and the way that you dealt with the younger players. Obviously, talking about the academy, how did you start developing the younger players in their gameplay? Obviously, Josh, we're talking about clips. You're talking about gameplay. What we're talking about.
So when I'm getting people in, especially during content side, it's still teaching I'm doing now is my content creators need to realize is you're not a pro gamer, you are an entertainer. So when you're going into the streaming life, especially if you're not there to go big on esports or anything like that, your main money focus is your follower base, your community. I always use examples like Dr. Disrespect. Yeah, he's good at video games, but he's also a very, very high-level entertainer with his persona. I mean, everyone loves Dr. Disrespect for his persona, but when he comes out of his persona, he's a completely different person. And this is what I'm trying to, especially the younger people who are trying to get into the Twitch world, is try and find your alter ego, because that's what you're going to, it's going to get you pushed forward. There's too many people out there, just stream for normalization. If you're an entertainer, you're not normal. You want to be out there, outspoken. Just go nuts. Be creative.
Make yourself a little persona. Obviously, we've got one guy in the team called Chunk. He has a persona called Uncle Derek, and everybody in the Wolves loves Uncle Derek. He literally, all he does is he puts a hat on, puts glasses on, has a little bandana, and goes, right there, boys. Like, it's brilliant. It's amazing. And it's just over the top and it's stupid, but it's hilarious.
Funny.
It is really funny. And a lot of people will tune in to watch it because it is hilarious. And he's even admitted himself that it does hurt his throat, but he doesn't mind doing it because it gets laughs and it gets entertainment.
Well, that's the thing. You guys have got to realize when you're entertaining, right? Just so they don't get tied up in looking for an alternate persona. It's not necessarily just the alternate persona that might help, because some people are just a little bit reserved. And putting on an alternate persona is kind of like a mask, so I can do anything I want to. If you guys are confident and cocky enough, and you think you're entertaining by yourself, you're a clown without the face makeup, then awesome, do that. You know what I mean? Because we're here just to when you entertain, you're just engaged. That's all.
Look at that. We're already getting comments about Uncle Derek.
Uncle Derek.
Who doesn't
Uncle
love
Derek?
Derek?
Everyone loves Uncle Derek.
Uncle Derek.
I think we should do a hashtag in chat. Come on, hashtag Uncle Derek.
Hashtag Uncle Derek.
Uncle Derek.
But yeah,
Everybody type in
you're
hashtag.
right. You're right, Zubair. The people just need to realise is that you're an entertainer. You're not a pro gamer when it comes to content creation. If you want to be a pro gamer, hit up the competitive scene. And start training.
Yeah.
Can we remember the one thing that has been in the organisation the full year, except for myself?
The beep.
There we go.
Fire alarm.
Oh, jeez.
The thing is, though, he got rid of it. He got rid of it, and now he moved to a different room.
The best bit is, right, I've even pulled the front off, looked at it, I found the battery, I've cut the wires from the battery to the mains, but yeah, it still beeps. Explain it.
It's a ghost alarm. That's what it is.
It's a curse. It is a curse. But anyway, it's one of them. So Zubair, obviously with your role as chief brand officer, what did you do within the? How did you go out to other teams? What did you do within that role?
Okay, so I had my quote-unquote subordinates, if you like, the guys who are running the marketing crew now. Now, they knew the gaming world better than me. So think of it like this. If you're a salesman, it doesn't matter what you're selling, right? You can't just say, I'm a door salesman, I can only sell doors, right? No, if you're a salesman, you know how to sell something. So one of the reasons I got to join your crew was because you knew my history. I did a little bit of marketing and promotion for the MMA world with my martial arts promotion. So what we did was I used the experience from there and we applied it over here, copy and paste really, because the theory is the same. Got the guys to get in touch with companies, smaller companies at first, tell them that, look, this is what we can do for you. So it wasn't so much of the teams, the word you used there, but more other, obviously, companies. The target ultimately was to be exactly like a sporting industry, because just because you're an esport doesn't mean you're not a sport, right?
Yeah.
Was to get a company up there to finally, literally what sponsorship is, it's advertising, right? So we'd go up to companies, we'd tell them this is what we can do for you. We design novel ideas of getting out there and trying to engage people. I mean, one of the things that we got Amy to do was that amazing video with the voiceover to the trailer for the Wolves. So that's what we're doing in terms of branding. It's not just the one thing, it's a multitude of things to present to potential companies to say, look, if you give us your money, we're going to represent you very well. So that was the idea moving forward.
Yep. And I still love that video to this day. I remember me and Samson, obviously, when I had a meeting, but he'll explain to you guys later how he became the president and chief operating officer of Wolves. But we were sat there, and obviously Zubair sent over this nice little paragraph of his video idea and his voiceover, and we were sat there reading it, and it physically gave us chills. And to this day, that video is still a fond favourite of mine. And it took us to, obviously, when we did the January rebranding with the new logo, with everything, the new changes, the new structure, everything. I think it was just a nice fitting touch to it, because obviously we shut over Christmas, we shut over New Year. I think we had like 4 weeks off, if you remember.
Yeah.
Just getting everything sorted. Yeah, we're getting everything sorted within that rebrand, and I think that's when we took it to the next step. I think. Anything you guys want to jump in with?
Thing is, though, can you guys remember the pack progression program?
Yes, I remember
the pack progression program. So, if you guys were in before December, we had the idea toiling with a pack progression program to reward content creators. It was mostly towards the content creators, I'm not going to lie. But it was to reward people more. So we've still got the promo streams now, but the only way you could get promo streams, this, that, and the other, you had to hit these certain goals. You had to go above and beyond for the team. And quite a few people did do it. But then you got the people who just sat back and didn't want to stay in bronze. So we had 3 tiers, which was bronze, silver, and gold. If you got to gold, you got to be put on our website. And I think it was only like, 3 or 4 people that made gold, if I can remember.
Only 3 or 4 people.
Yeah, it wasn't very good. I liked the idea, but it was executed, but people just didn't want to get on board with it.
Yeah,
it got axed.
Yeah, it did. It was a very good concept, but I think it was too early. I think it was a good. as Google Stadia, it's a good concept, but it's well before its time.
Yeah.
I think all gamers will agree on that one. But we will be looking at potentially a program. We've obviously got the merch program now, which big shout out to Esports Solars. They've helped us out with that, and obviously the discount codes. But that was something that was quite interesting more than anything. But Josh, going to yourself with the clips, what sort of clips was it you were looking for within the team? What sort of content were you looking for per se? Because obviously you can have some amazing clips where they're doing high kill games, but that's not always entertaining. You've got somebody that's walking around, and I remember the clip. If you guys remember where that guy was walking around for 2 hours hitting trees on Fortnite, do you remember that?
I remember that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was the one that found it and told him, not going to happen. Josh ain't going to like this. No, right.
No, honestly, when I was asking for clips, a lot of people seem to get into the heads that I just wanted a 10-second clip of a badass no scope kill, basically. And it's like, cool, that's a great play, but I can't edit that. It's a 10-second clip. You've already edited it for me. There's not a whole lot I can do with it. What I preferred was big bulk clips. It's like, right, you're going to go into a round, record half-hour gameplay, send me a lot. I'll find the good bit. It's okay. I'm an editor. That's what I'm supposed to do. Find that 1% of good shit and a lot of, 99% rubbish. And that was generally what I wanted. That's why I ended up doing your video first, Jordan, because you just sent me, here's a full game of mine. And half them games you died in. So I'll be honest, I didn't use those games, but I'll fast forward to the ones that you did.
I think I was recording for. I recorded for like 2.5 hours one day, and then I was working the following day, and then it was the day after. I did another 2.5 hours, and I was just like, there you go, Josh. It's all yours, mate. Enjoy. And I think he come back within a couple of hours, and he was like, yeah, there you go. It's done. I'm like, nice one. Does it?
Once I get into it, it's like very easy to fly through. Once you get the thorough line of your edit, it's very easy to breeze through. It's getting it started. That's the hard part, I find, personally.
The start and the end, I think, is because obviously at the start you need to get people engaged and get them in, whereas towards the end you need to obviously get them wanting more, which is especially within YouTube, because YouTube's probably one of the hardest platforms to hit. So it's one of those. But we've got 3 minutes left of this segment anyway. What we're going to do is we're going to show the. Which one should we show? Should we show the Ace, or should we show the January one?
I don't think
I did the January one.
I say January one.
January one?
Yeah.
This with the rebranding. I think this is the one. Let me just share my screen.
Well, being quiet, yes, you shot. I did love your full streams.
No, you didn't. Hey,
it's fun just twirl through it. It's just clicking through and finding the good stuff.
There we go.
In the wild, the laws are different. The hunted scurry round in fear. The predator reigns supreme. And what can shake more fear into you than a predator? More than one predator. A pack of wolves means only one thing. Total annihilation.
Got him.
Ooh.
We, the Wicked Wolves, are no exception. Whatever the terrain, we are cunning and focused. Any new game is just another hunting ground we can master effortlessly.
Got it. Well done. Never been able to play Rocket League, I'm not going to lie.
Whilst
I
others
tried
sleep,
getting into it.
we are the ones working on greatness. We are the perpetrators of
The one
demolition.
thing that makes
We
me
snip out
sad,
the campers.
and I'll
We
tell you
break
after this
the butts
video.
and bashes. We smash the spammers. We cannot be spawn killed. We are the pack that every wolf seeks to join. We are the wolves. And oh, we are wicked.
My only thing that makes me sad is half of these guys that was in this video were loyal to us, and they went and made their own organizations, and they
Yeah.
failed.
That's up to them more than anything.
Yeah.
Obviously, they found it hard, just like us, and some of them teams are no longer existent. We are fortunate. But I think we're gonna conclude this segment anyway. Me and Zubair will be. Josh, we'll give you time to promote yourself. Go on.
Oh, just if you fancy checking me out, I review films and do Wild of Movies episodes. There's actually a new episode coming out at 8 tonight, GMT time. So if you fancy it, drop by my channel, check me out there, and continue supporting these guys because they are an amazing group of people.
And obviously, he's there. Just search on YouTube, The Movie Apprentice. It's really good, and I'm a big fan of it. Chris?
Well, you all know I'm going to be sticking around, definitely watching the podcast, but more than anything, guys, as your content general manager, get your clips in, please. That's all I'm saying. Just get them in.
What about your stream? I know you're a streamer yourself.
Well, as you know, guys, my name is YeetDemon7090. I'm the only For Honor streamer in the Wolves. Still have been to this day. Feel free to drop by whenever you can. Whenever I'm streaming, it's always been fun. There's always got Barbie Girl running in the background or something. Baby Shark.
I'm the one that put Barbie Girl in, just FYI.
But also, I do play Paladins as well, and generally I am playing with the Alpha or streaming with the Alpha. So feel free to give us a watch, guys.
Thank you very much, Chris. So, thank you very much for them two obviously popping by. Next, we're going to bring some members in from the Wolves. So I'm going to bring in our Call of Duty IGL. He's part of the blue team. We call him Magic, or his actual name, Mike.
Hello, I'm Mike, or Magic.
Magic.
We'll just skip the jokes of Magic, Mike, and we'll just get on to the real stuff because we don't have time.
Yep. So speak to us about yourself. How did you join? How did you join the Wolves?
I joined the Wolves. Literally, I was just in a bit of a bad spot. I was literally so bored of just playing non-competitive, just playing public matches. So I decided to go on game battles, and I trialled for a couple teams. Didn't really work out. Didn't really get on with a lot of their players. And the Wolves, they added me, and we sorted out a trial, and the rest was history. And now I'm here to this day.
So speak to us about your role as the blue IGL. What does your role entail?
So IGL stands for in-game leader, which basically means it's basically being like a captain in football. So trying to get the best out of everyone in the team and just being a good role model for everyone else in other teams, whether that's red, yellow, or whether you're like content.
Okay, so speak to us about red and yellow. What does that mean? Obviously, me and Zubair know, but I'm pretty sure some of the guys watching would not understand that.
So red and yellow are our other teams. So the first one being blue, which is it was originally a different setting, which was A, B, C, but that was it wasn't the best. It sounds a bit degrading to people, and we decided to bin that off, and now it's blue, red, and yellow.
Okay, brilliant. And if we all remember, the OGs will remember that blue, red, yellow. Well, red was originally content, and yellow was originally comp, if we remember. But we removed that and just kept it as blue, and now obviously it's been used as different for different teams. So, do you tell me your biggest achievement as being a part of the competitive Call of Duty team?
Biggest achievement has to be probably, well, we've reached the semis of this tournament that's going on at the moment. Which I find is quite impressive. We've come up against some hard teams and we fought quite well. And tonight we find out whether we progress.
I wonder who coaches the blue team.
I wonder. It's a weird question, that.
Yeah, it is a weird question. As for the people that are watching, I do coach the blue team. Call of Duty. Everybody knows that my history is in Call of Duty. But Zubair, you have any questions for Mr. Magic?
For Magic Mike. Okay, so Magic Mike, you got yourself into the Wolves. You said that we were compared to other teams. We were very sort of like the go-to team for you after the other two. What is it do you think that the Wolves had that the other teams didn't have?
Without being disrespectful to the others, I'd say they were a lot more friendly. So Ethan...
They were a lot more friendly?
No, we were a lot more friendly.
I was going to say, what's the matter with you?
No.
We will be unfriendly now after you done said that.
I'm not slating my team, otherwise straight I'm out. Yeah. But yeah.
So what do you mean? Were they not like welcoming? What, they weren't guiding you? What is it do you think that we could do? Could you like name like one thing that we did that they wouldn't do for you?
Wolves were a lot more welcoming completely with that. The rest of them, they didn't seem, the other teams I was trialing for, they wasn't like as serious as what I really wanted and came to the Wolves. And it was the right fit.
Do you
So
want
it was
to
just
tell
like,
these
man.
guys, do you want
Alright,
to tell
sorry.
these guys about your first day, what actually happened after your tryout? Because I remember the day, and I'm pretty sure the blue team will comment in chat your first day, and the fact that it was like, yep, you need to do this, this, and this, and you was like, wow, okay.
Do you mean in regards to my trial, or do you mean the actual first day after?
Your trial. So what happened
okay.
after that?
So in my trial, I performed quite well, not to blow my own trumpet, and then they were just like, "Yo, you're in." I loved it. I was really happy with that. That was an absolute result.
So we sat him down and we basically said, okay, to join the team, you need to obviously sign the NDA. So obviously, other teams aren't getting our strategies, and you need to sign your competitive contract. And he was like, wait, what contracts? Like, I'm like, yeah. And he was like, holy hell, can we? I didn't think it was that serious. I just genuinely thought. And then he checked us out all our socials, and he was like, man, I'm down. Like, I'm down. Ever since he's been promoting the team, he's been basically a flagship of the COD team, and he's been a role model within that. So, Mike, I absolutely thank you, and it's much appreciated you having being in the team. And obviously, he's progressed, and he's now an IGL. Never know, one day he might even be potentially a manager. Chris, he's probably coming for your role, so be very careful on that one. Go on.
You can try, fella. You can try. You'll be fine. A while.
Oh, has he gone?
There we go.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, obviously it's. But yeah, speak to us more. What is your plans as the IGL? Speak to us.
So the plan as being IGL is just to progress the team as far as we can. So to the point where we're going to LAN, which is where we're playing in, like, for example, in like Copper Box Arena in like London, and as well as that, from entering all these tournaments and leagues and all of those good things, want to kind of progress it into the Wolves being a lot more well known in regards to the COD community and also the YouTube community. When, like, let's say a YouTuber comes up against us in a lobby, they could include us and be like, "Oh, want to check them out."
Yeah,
so
big time.
So basically, we want to take some names and kick some serious ass until everybody knows our name. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Very simple, really.
So
We got to
Mike,
wrap this up quickly, Jordan. We got to move on to the next one. Go ahead.
That's fine. So obviously, Mike, I appreciate you coming by. Obviously, Call of Duty IGL. Go on, promote yourself. You're on the little stream.
Follow my Instagram. I'm not really good with cameras, me. Follow my Instagram. It is UK Magic with a K, and my Twitch is ZKRNO because I'm still waiting to change that.
There we go.
Decent.
Much appreciated, Mike. Thank you very much for coming by. I appreciate it, and I will speak to you tonight.
Speak to you later in a bit, guys.
Yeah, bye. Really nice guy.
It's funny for a guy named Magic Mike to be camera shy. I just like to put that out there. Sorry, back to you, Jordan.
So the next one we're going to bring in is a music producer. He's recently come in with us into the Wolves, and his name's Ash. Ash, how are we?
Hello. I was not expecting to be this quick. Hello, how is everyone?
We're all good. Speak to us about yourself. Do a bit of an intro. Explain your role in the Wolves.
Yeah, my name's obviously Ashley. I go by Protech, even though he doesn't have an O in there. I am a music producer. I've been doing for nearly 2 years at this point. And George offered me the place in the Wolves, and I was straight away on it. I was yes. Straight answer was yes. Nothing else.
Yep. So speak to us about your role in more detail. What is it? Who do you work with? What team are you associated with? Who's your manager? That sort of stuff.
So I am in the brand and partnerships part. I am under Amy. I work with Amy. Sorry. So she's the editing. I make the music for their videos, and I am my higher up is Josh, aka Thornton.
Yep. So with your music, obviously you're going to be making the videos for the future videos coming onto the YouTube, the Facebook, that sort of stuff. So when you get a video come through to yourself to make the music, what sort of inspiration do you take from that?
Well, the first thing I ask is what game it is. Is it fast? Is it fast paced? Is it a more slow game, chill game? And then from there, I ask what genre would be suitable for the game, and then I just work from there. I think sometimes I'll ask for a clip, just like a little clip, so I can work from there. But mainly, I just think of a genre or ask for a genre and just work from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And something absolutely necessary to know is he doesn't have any instruments.
I have
at
2
all.
guitars, but I can't use them.
He literally has mouse and keyboard on his computer, and that's how he creates music.
That's all it is.
He writes the
Awesome.
music himself, which is pretty cool. Do you want to tell the Packcast how old you are?
I am 15, nearly 16 in exactly 8 days.
That is crazy. The fact that he can actually, and I've seen some of his music, it's incredible. The remixes he's done with actual with normal music is insane. But Zubair, have you any questions for Brandon?
Yeah, absolutely. Because about this, I mean, I didn't know about the 2-year history that you just said right there.
Yeah.
So, what is it that obviously we brought you into the gaming world? It's awesome to see you working with us. What type of music is it that you usually you like to do, and what type of music got you towards thinking I can do this and I can make this kind of music?
Well, since literally baby, I've been around music from my dad being a very metalhead, my mum being the more R&B pop side. I've always been mixed variety of music, so I listen to everything. Right now, I'm really into making EDM mainly, but as soon as I get all the recorded equipment, I'll start be making more metal, rock, and etc. But right now, I'm literally, as George said, I'm stuck with a mouse and a keyboard. So
here you go. Here's a question
I was
for
going
you.
to say, yeah.
How much for a track?
If you're in the team, free of charge. If you're not, $5. I don't charge stupid amounts. I'm not charging 500 quid for a 3-minute track.
Well, Bearded Viking is our competitive US regional manager. So obviously, Bearded, drop him a message and he'll get that sorted for you.
Free of charge. I didn't know it was too.
Get him something Norse feeling, yeah? Something with a Norse feel, with a mythical Norse feel. He'll love you for that.
Okay, I've got ideas already now.
There
you go, homie.
You can see the brain ticking.
Think of Thor and Odin, not the Marvel ones, the real ones.
Speak to us about your gaming anyway. Obviously, we spoke about your music, but what sort of games is it you like to play? Because obviously you're a streamer yourself, so speak to us about like what you like to stream, what you like to play, that sort of stuff.
What I like to play is I'm very open to try new games. See, like I've heard like RuneScape, for example. I heard of it, never touched it, and then Yeet Shot Ash. He said, "Give it a try." I'm hooked on it. I play BRs, FPS, third-person shooters, mainly shooters, but I like just games as long as I can chill and relax on them. I enjoy it.
Yeah, brilliant. So, we've got a few more questions really, because obviously we've got two others waiting. Where do you see yourself within your music? Where do you think you could potentially take your music?
If I could stick to it long enough and don't do what I did with guitar, like stick with it for a few years, then just give up on it eventually. As long as I can stick to it, I could imagine myself being up there. Hopefully, it's a bit biased, but I could imagine myself up there, and hopefully, if I do make it up there, I'll be bringing the Wolves with me. That's my plans.
That's the ambition we like. We've got a little one here for Kit.
Yeah.
Intro song, please.
Yeah, no worries. I've got that sorted. Just a jump. Just let me know the genre, then I'm sorted. Yeah.
See, you're getting jobs already coming in, and I'm pretty sure that everybody will be dropping you a message and trying to get some music in there. But what we'll do, we'll give you 2 minutes now just to have a bit of an insight. Obviously, promote your stream, that sort of stuff. So, go on, have a quick 2 minutes.
So, as you can see, my name's ProTech. It's ProTech on all socials, including Twitch, except for YouTube. It has ProTech Music because I've changed it. And then, but with my streams, they will be back up hopefully Wednesday because my second monitor and such is coming in tomorrow. So streams will be back up. The schedules would be Monday, Wednesday, Friday is just gaming. Saturday is 4 hours of just music. So requests and everything can be done there. And that's pretty much it. On my Instagram, I do upload some clips I get from my games, but that's about it.
Brilliant. Well, Protect, much appreciate you popping by,
Thank you.
Appreciate your support. Thank you very much. Speak to you soon.
Thank you. Speak to you.
And next one we're going to bring in is another member of ours. He is a part of the content creation. So we're going to bring in Dark Knight. Dark Knight, how are we?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm not too bad, man. So speak to me about yourself, how you got into the Wolves, where you started, and what games you like to play.
I'm Zach, a university student, which is where I originally found out about Wolves. It was my first year of uni. Just scrolling through Facebook, followed a few esports teams on Insta, and then up popped Wicked Wolves. So I've been following them for about a year and a half until I eventually saw a post saying that they're looking for more content and competitive players. And I thought, why not? Give it a go. And then I started out on the compat with Charlie as my IGL, and recently switched to the content side of things.
So what team did you play for in the comp side?
I was UK Fortnite.
No, I'm joking. Fortnite. Well, it's one of them. No,
Our least favorite branch.
Probably my favorite.
We like the people, just not the game, you know.
Yeah, it is quite a toxic game sometimes.
Yeah,
But,
the emote, when they brought the emotes, I think that's when Fortnite personally.
Yeah, I mean, it is a very toxic game, but I am a very toxic gamer. So when I kill you, you'll see my clips when I get my PC to upload. You'll see I will emote after every person I kill.
Oh man!
Oh, you horrible person!
Face. Yeah.
Did you teabag him afterwards as well?
That's just a siege.
Atrocious.
That's just a siege thing. If you teabag in Fortnite, they think you're trying to make friends. Apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently, really.
Yeah.
See, I ain't never played Fortnite, and I'm glad I haven't. Talk about mixed signals.
If you're in a lobby, like for instance, I usually play 3-man squads with my partner and one of our friends. And if you're in a lobby and you're like crouching up and down, teabagging, as it's originally known, they think you want to make friends. And they want, if you go up to a person and literally like emote to them or anything like that, sometimes, I mean, 9 times out of 10, they'll absolutely bean your head off. But like the amount of times I've gone up to someone with no weapon, stood still, and I'm like, okay, just kill me, and they'll annihilate you. They will beam you. You haven't got a chance in hell.
They're probably 12 sat there going, Mom, I've got a kill.
Finally, after 10 deaths.
Wow, shocking. So speak to us more anyway. What sort, apart from Fortnite, is there any other games you enjoy? What sort of?
Rocket League. I used to play quite a bit of Rocket League, and then they just didn't bring anything new out. I mean, it's the same stuff over and over. I mean, when they brought out the new map when it was summer, which is the Sandy Shores, I think. You know, it's something new they brought out. I've just seen Vikings comment. They brought out new DLCs and stuff, but other than that, it's generic, same stuff. And FIFA, but you just, if you don't put money into the game, you lose.
Yeah,
Simple as.
It's pay to win FIFA.
Pay to win, yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
So I'm guessing with your name, you're obviously a Batman fan.
I mean, I've got about 30 tattoos, and over half of them are Batman themed. So yeah.
Holy moly! Can we see one?
Yeah, you've got to show us.
I'll show you my favorite and my biggest Batman piece. Let's see if I can flip this around.
You will
It's
be good
upside
friends.
down.
You will be good friends with our Chief Operating Officer, Mr. John Sampson. He's a big Batman.
Half-finished Batman over Gotham. I've got Avengers on my collarbones, as you can see on my logo. I've got like Robin's caved-in skull. I've got Batgirl on my arm.
I can see Samson. I can see Samson sat in the lobby, just like nodding his head in approval. So yeah, with the thumbs up.
I've got Avengers across here in the order of Civil War.
You've got the. Is that the tally there? Is that?
Yeah, that's the Joker's. Yeah, Joker's. Ha ha ha.
Oh damn, son!
That's dedication.
Yeah, I'm a big Batman and comic book nerd.
So with your role within the team, talk to us what you do as content creation. Obviously, the hint's in the name, but obviously tell us what else you do within content creation.
Well, obviously, as any content creator, as I think it was Ash said earlier, it's to be entertaining, it's to be funny, it's to be like Dr. Disrespect in kind of effectively. But as a content creator, you've got to be more than that. You've got to get funny clips, good clips. For instance, me and my mate got a clip the other day of me running someone over with a chopper and him falling to his death. Like, that's hilarious.
Running someone over with a chopper and him falling to his death. Just the phrase itself is funny. I would have loved to see the clip.
Exactly. like Dr. Disrespect is an hilarious entertainer.
Mm-hmm.
But his clips, not so much, personally. Yeah. It's just him.
It's more him, right?
Yeah,
he just
100%.
reacts to bad gaming, really, right?
Even when he's raging, he's hilarious.
Yeah, I think when he took it to the next level, he's obviously the Undertaker.
Yeah,
he's probably one of the biggest sporting icons ever, and the fact that the Undertaker actually went with Disrespecting naturally, and to think that they're actually on about doing a duo on Warzone is insane. The Undertaker.
And that to me, because I'm not a wrestling fan, but I do like the Undertaker. And Dr. Disrespects of how entertaining he is, that's more iconic to me than Ninja and Drake.
Yeah, big time.
Wow.
And that's no competition, really.
You look at The Undertaker and you think, right, okay, nobody knows about The Undertaker. It's only this last year that he started doing his own documentary, started coming out of character, because before that, you won't hear anything from him.
Yeah.
He's a
How was his persona?
He kept everything private and he kept everything away. You only seen him when he turned up. You didn't hear anything else from him. Now he's on Twitter. Now he's on socials, and it's all starting to ravel with him. And now he's obviously doing more because his career is starting to allow it. And I think potentially he might start streaming soon. I think.
Do any of you two follow his Twitter?
I don't.
It's absolutely hilarious.
Yeah.
He posts.
I'm opening up right now as you say it.
Funny, pointless tweets.
Really?
Yeah. Some of his tweets.
The best type of tweets.
Yeah. The ones you have to read 2 or 3 times and go, I get it
now.
That's funny.
Not the political stuff or the social justice stuff, just the funny stuff. Yeah, that's the proper tweets.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only reason I follow Ryan Reynolds.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's another story. But anyway, obviously we're running out of time, Dark Knight. What we're going to do is we're going to give you a quick minute and a half just to promote yourself, obviously your socials, your stream, whatever. So go on, enjoy yourself.
So my Twitch is Dark Knight Kingdom, and my Instagram, which is yet to change, is boss_unicorn565, and I also make maps. So check out on Drop.
What a name! What a name!
I know.
Unicorn.
It's great.
Love it.
It's great.
Oh, that's too funny.
Wow. Okay. Well, that was
dark on one side, rainbow on the other.
Anyway, Dark Knight.
Daytime.
Anyway, Dark Knight, thank you very much for attending. I will speak to you very soon.
No problem, man. Catch you guys in a bit.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So, very nice 3 people there. Obviously, we've got one more person before we move into the next segment, but we're going to bring in Ash and Lux, who was obviously a part of last week's. Ash.
All right. How's it going?
Oh, how are you? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Go on,
it's
give
the
us
weeb.
Oh, I am a content creator for the Wicked Wolves. I'm Ash and Lux. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Give us a bit more. Come on, games. Tell us more.
I play RPG games, horror games, and I play competitive games, but essentially I'm a content creator, so I'm here for the entertainment.
There we go. Well, Adam Lambert said it best. I'm not here for your entertainment. But moving on, I watch this guy's streams, and I tell you something, it cracks me up. Just seeing him sat there, nearly dying when he's playing his horror games. I think he was playing. What game was it?
Outlast, was it?
Yeah, Outlast. Yeah.
Yeah,
Outlast.
And he absolutely himself. It was hilarious.
I think that's the fun about it, is that I, as an entertainer, I quite hate horror games and the fact they scare the crap out of me. But it's entertaining and it's fun to play, and you can't go wrong, really.
I'll have a heart attack just for my viewers.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. If they like it, I do as well.
Awesome.
But then yesterday you streamed Spyro.
Yeah, like it's a completely wild world over on my Twitch. Like I swear to God, it goes from like Spyro, horror, RPG, scary things again. You don't know where it's gonna go. It's entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously so tell us more about yourself as a content creator. What is it you're looking to achieve, and what focuses do you have going forward, especially in Wolves, outside of Wolves? Tell us more.
Oh, where to start? So I've been following the Wolves like probably about a year now. I've really liked you guys, but never wanted to take that leap because I had other things in the way. And well, now I'm like, I just went, I want my dream, man. I want it. So I'm gonna go do this content creation. I'm gonna be a Twitch streamer. I've been in YouTube for a long time now and just kind of stagnated, I guess. And then it was like, well, the Wolves can help, I guess. Let's give them a go. Messages up, and you were really, really nice about it, actually. So I was like, hell yeah, let's go. And the more I've been in the Wolves, I've only been in like a month now. It was like, I don't know, you're just so accepting. And I want to put my money, my time, effort into everything. I want to make it big. I want to do good for you guys and promote and be a good entertainer.
See, from the CEO of the business, obviously listening to that and the way that people say that about and that they're passionate about the brand makes me happy. The fact that we have people that are willing to drive and push this team to the next level, and then we'll be competing with FaZe and all them NRG and you name it, and that is something good that I want from all our members. And do you know what? I appreciate that, and that's massive coming from some of the content creators. But obviously, you obviously play Spyro, you play your Outlast. But tell me, what's your favorite game you ever played? Come on.
Oh boy, honestly, Dragon Age. Like I can't quit that game. I go back and I play it over and over again. I've completed Inquisition to the point to death, like 100%ed. I've done all the romances, played the game, got all the secrets. It's ridiculous, but I love that game to death. And League of Legends, I play it a lot, even though I don't play it on stream. It's a fun game I like to play on the side, and I want to bring it into the streams. So fingers crossed.
Josh, so if you like your League of Legends, then Josh will like you very, very much.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's probably sat there
I
nodding
think
his
we
head.
already spoke about it, actually.
Yeah, he's nodding his head right now. He's sat there going. But yeah, see that. Look at that comment, League. With a love heart. You got yourself a love heart. Anyway, we've only got like 4 minutes left before we bring the board of directors in. So I'm going to give you a couple minutes now just to promote yourself, because obviously
before we do that, we both just want to remind everybody, the guys who want, if they didn't see you last week, there's one thing that you do that I found adorable that maybe our guys don't know about. It's a hobby of yours that you do. You get dressed up in a particular way. What is it that you like to do?
I actually do cosplay, yeah. It's something I want to bring into the streaming part. I cosplay quite a bit, so...
And who do you like to favoritely cosplay? Naruto is your favorite guy, is he?
Well, yeah, I like cosplay Naruto.
You got the hair.
I actually do cosplay League as well, so...
Cosplay League. Awesome.
Yeah.
There you go. See, you've got all your League fans coming out, coming out now. So there you go.
It's great.
Yeah, there you go. So go on, promote yourself a little bit. We'll give you a minute and a half to promote yourself.
Oh, hi guys. So everything I do is on Twitch. I do a bit of YouTube as well, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all under Ash and Lux. So please go check me out. It's entertaining as heck.
There we go. Lovely. So anything else you want to add, Ash, before?
Just subscribe to the Wolves, guys. Follow their stuff. Support us. It's great, man.
There we go. Thank you very much. Right, Ash, thank you very much. Speak to you soon.
No problem at all. See you soon.
So before we bring the board of directors in, obviously I want to just say that this time we're obviously going to be having a bit of a chat. Zubair's got some questions for the board for us ourselves, but we do have a Q&A from 6:30 till 7. So if you do have any questions, we do have questions already on the Facebook currently. But if you have any questions, think about them, and then in that Q&A we'll be picking live questions up. So make sure you think about these questions. It doesn't just have to be, it could be anything. It could be about what games you like to play. It could be anything. So make sure you do have your questions ready. But now, drum roll, it is time to announce the board of directors. Can we please welcome, first of all, our President and Chief Operating Officer, Mr. John Sampson.
Hello there. How are you doing?
Sampson, how are you?
Alpha, very good, thank you. Very, very, very good. You finally got me on here. You got me on here.
We got him on here. So, Sampson, give us a bit of an intro about yourself.
Right, okay. I'm John Sampson. I'm President and Chief Operating Officer of Wicked Wolves Gaming. I am the in-between between yourself, Alpha, and the 3 vice presidents. My functionality is to make sure everything's running smoothly, that we're getting the best content, we're filling in those teams, and just making sure everything's running tickety-boo.
Yep. So speak to us. How did you join initially the Wolves?
You want me to tell that tale? All right, okay. So it involved, if anyone doesn't know, myself and Jordan are cousins. And on one weekend, popped over, family visit, as you do. A few desperados later, and he's like pestering me. I want you to join us. And I'm like, all right. Few bevies later, and it's like, go on then. I've got the time in which to dedicate to it now, because before I didn't.
I had to negotiate, first of all.
Oh, we did haggle. We did haggle a little bit. And then we went out that night on Friday and had a few bevies. And then Saturday we went out again. And then literally 10 minutes before you left on Sunday, it was like, oh shit, yeah, contract.
That's some heavy negotiating the entire goddamn weekend.
Oh, it was
have
a
another
costly
drink.
weekend.
No, I don't agree with that one. I'll have another drink.
It was a costly weekend.
It was a fun weekend. It was a fun weekend, and it was very enjoyable.
It was a very good weekend.
We were both very rough on the Sunday, safe to say. we was partying left, right, and centre. We was having fun. But if anybody's not been to the Acca in Halifax once it reopens,
it's the oldest nightclub. It's the oldest nightclub in England, and that's official. That.
Wow.
It's not good though. Your feet stick to the carpet. It is terrible.
But it's cheap. When we went,
it is very cheap. It is very cheap.
This is a funny story. This is a funny story. So Samson went to the bar.
Not that long. Yeah.
Same barmaid. Okay, went to the bar, and he turned around, bought a few drinks. There was me, him, and his friend. Come back, £9, no problem. I'll get the next one. I went to the bar. Come back, yeah, we're a £5. He was like, "How is it a £5?" I'm like, "I don't know." He was like, "Which barmaid?" Pointed it out. He was like, "Yeah, same one." I was like, "I don't know. We're just having a chat with you." But yeah, he's still raging to this day.
Oh damn! Uncle got played. Playboy got it cheap.
There we go. So next one, we're going to introduce one of our vice presidents. We will start with esports. So we will introduce. You've not seen this person before. He's very much behind the scenes, as with Samson. But I'm going to introduce to you now the vice president of esports operations, Mr. Glenn Miller.
How are we?
Hey.
Hello, Glenn.
There we go. How are we, Glenn?
I'm good. How are you all? How are you all?
Not too bad, mate. Go on. Not too bad. Give us a bit of an intro on yourself and obviously what you do.
So basically, what my role is within these walls is I look after all the esports teams, content teams. So like your Apex, your League of Legends, your Fortnite, Rocket League, and all of that. So that's what I really do. Just make sure everything's running smoothly. I liaise with Samson, Jordan, and my managers. That's really what I do. As Jordan said, I'm very much behind the scenes. You don't really hear or see from me unless it's something bad's happening.
So Samson, as you can tell, he's in his little office now. There's no the background.
I know. I was chatting to him earlier about it. I'm like, "Have you got it all sorted yet?" You know,
there's no screaming kids. It's amazing. when I finish this, the missus is going to absolutely cane me because
Hey, dude! At least you've done your bit. We just need Alpha to sort that bloody fire alarm out. And believe me, when I come over there, I'm bringing a hammer. I am bringing my hammer with me.
Samson, you've been saying that for the year, man. Come on, get on it.
I've not been over yet, though. I will be. Don't worry.
Well, it's one of them. But Glenn, speak to us how you joined the Wolves initially.
So basically, what it was I was part of most of my game attack, my Xbox game attack. It said like UGO, not because I was part of this this other organization, and obviously they were in America, and it was really hard to hit the productivity. And for me, because obviously being in America, UK, there I had to attend calls at like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. Couldn't really do that with babbies and all that. So I was just scrolling through Facebook, pretty much like most of the team, scrolling through Facebook, saw an ad about Wicked Wolves, and I was like, you know what, hit them up. I originally joined as a content creator. I think I've been with Wolves about 9-10 months. Originally joined as a content creator back when Chloe was here, when she was the recruitment director.
Yeah. Chloe.
That's how I got into the Wolves. Went from being the content creator to underneath that guy.
Yeah.
Big Z.
Big Z.
Underneath the Big Z. I went on to the brand and marketing team.
Uh-huh.
Then I went over to the comp team. Bit to and fro. I've been here, there, and everywhere really. And now I'm
he's basically been the Sam Allardyce of Wolves. He's been basically filling in where he's needed to be, and it's been quite good having him in the team. But Glenn, obviously, you're part of the board of directors now. So we're going to bring in our next board of director. So we're going to bring in the vice president of HR and support, Mr. Ash Morris. Ash.
Hello, everyone. I'm
Hello.
sorry. I was dealing with little one.
You were dealing with little one. Okay.
Yeah, she was running around the house. Shall I say, commando?
Okay.
She didn't want to get in the bath. So
okay,
we're all sorted now. So we don't need to worry.
Okay.
Awesome. Logo behind you right now.
Hey?
Yeah, I'm digging it.
Loving that.
Show you fancy.
How exactly did you do that? Is it like a proper green screen you've hung up or something?
Yeah. Do you want me to show you the actual camera?
Go on then.
If it works.
If it works.
Or
you could just go away. My plan, it's worked.
It's not working.
It's not working. Never mind. We'll see it some other time.
It's fine. Right. So, Ash, give us a bit of an intro about yourself, how you joined the Wolves, what your role, what you do, that sort of stuff.
Well, where shall I start? Well, obviously, Glenn's obviously been here for like 10, going on 11 months. Same here. Like me and Glenn, one of the OGs, day ones, as soon as the team started. Obviously, I've been basically the same as Glenn. I've been up and down, up and down. I've been everywhere, basically. And now I've got a comfortable role as VP of HR and support. So I basically just look after HR, not recruitment no more, unfortunately. So yeah, I look after HR. I look after tech support, run tech support also. And that's about it, really.
Speak to us about your gaming life. Come on, tell us what games you like to play.
Gaming, I'm what you call in the gaming world a diverse gamer. You put something in front of me, I am going to play it.
Apart from Apex.
Apart from Apex. That game, in the words of the great late Daquan, doo-doo.
It's not the best. It's not the best. It's not the best. I played it for a bit with Jordan, but
don't make me mute you.
It won. You know, it ain't no Battlefield.
Oh, it isn't no Battlefield.
Apex is nothing like Battlefield. Absolutely not. Yeah. How many of us are going to mute, Jordan? Eh? How many? Yeah.
All of this, right? Obviously, we'll bring the fifth and final member in for the board of directors. This person is the vice president of brand and partnerships. He's responsible for ID Gaming. He's responsible for esports solars. This man is, well, he is a legend within the team, as we all. But here he is, Mr. Josh Edwards.
Hello, how are we all doing?
Hey, hello, Josh.
Are we all good? So I'm Josh Edwards. I am Vice President of Brand and Partnerships. A little bit about myself and where I came from. I joined the Wolves, obviously, like everyone else, through a Facebook ad. From there, I joined as a content creator and sort of got behind everything. I enjoyed where the Wolves were trying to go and what they stood for, and sort of wanted to get fully behind that. I did that 100%, and eventually, internally, there was recruiting for someone to work with both Glenn and Samson under brand. So I took that role upon there and sort of worked with them too, and worked my way up. And right now, obviously, I am now the vice president. I've worked my way up the ladder, and I'm filling in Big Zubair's shoes, and I feel like I'm doing a relatively good job for the Wolves and everyone, really.
Agreed. So obviously, this is, apart from obviously Zubair's going to be here asking us questions, but you've got the board of directors now, Zubair. Is there any questions you want to ask us as the board? Is anybody got? So I want your questions first, and then at 1:30 we'll be taking questions from everybody in the chat. But what questions have you got for ourselves, man?
All right, so I'll start going around one by one for each guy, because this is the current board as it stands right now. You are the guys who are going to take us forward for the coming year, right? So firstly, because we haven't seen much of Samson at all, I'm going to pass the mic over to Samson, because we haven't seen him full stop. This is the first. Yeah, of course, we're going to have to pick on you. This is the first time I've actually met you, quote unquote. So otherwise, we've just been a voice on the other end of the phone. Been with us. We've been liaising regularly from day one. I think in terms of the progression of Wicked Wolves overall, I want to ask how you feel we've done in the past year and what you think perhaps we could be doing different as a general overview first. Then we'll talk about specifics afterwards.
Right, that's a massive question. In the
I
last
know,
year
right?
itself, I mean, before I actually joined, I were always just an ear for Jordan, to run things by. So I was always, like prevalent with what were going on. And then when I joined, the dynamics and the changes that's happened, and one of the main things is the structure. And the structure that is in place now, it works. And it's taken like a year in order to iron out that structure, to have the key people in place to implement their job titles and their job roles, and then for everything to actually start working smoothly. Now, as it is at the minute, it is, and it's working. And in the next year, obviously, we're going to be progressing with more teams, filling the actual team like rosters up. Content's good. But yeah, it'll be more of a focus with esports and actually getting us out on that kind of like platform. But it's been massive. I mean, the amount of people coming and going, but with the structure in place now, it works.
Yeah, that's one thing. You're absolutely right. That's one thing. So a lot of people out there, a lot of wannabes, if you like, just like what's his name, Chris at the beginning, Yeet79, he was saying how we had some guys who were loyal, then they broke off, they started their own organization, and majority of them have crashed. Why? Because number one, they didn't have the stamina that Alpha had and us guys had to stick to it, and the willpower that when we hit the bottom, hit rock bottom, instead of giving up, we had to pick ourselves up again, just look at the structure, redo it. It's not easy to do. Go ahead, you're going to say something.
You see, the thing about this organization, and the thing that I loved first and foremost, is it's a second family. I have made such brilliant friends through this. I can go halfway around the world if I want and stay at someone's house. Do you know what I mean? It's just been amazing. It's that family bond, that unity, which is different from the rest.
Yeah, and that's not a cliche. Like companies say, we feel like a family, and you want to bitch slap the manager. Don't chat crap.
It's not. It's not. No, it is.
It's the real thing. Yeah. So I'm going to pass the mic on down to Glenn now. So these two guys, Glenn and Josh, they were kind of working quote unquote under me, if you like. Not really under me, just with me when I was at that role of the brand officer. Now, Glenn, one of the things that we did was started in between you and Josh as well. I'll bring it, if you don't mind, Ash, I'm going to switch over to Josh because it's a similar question. Then we'll bring it to you. So we'll go to Glenn first. First things that we had to do, the first steps we had to do was to try and design a way that we could approach companies so that we can get them involved. And whilst that sounds easy, that wasn't necessarily an easy step to take. So can you give us like a rundown, for example, how you managed to land our first sponsor?
So what I did was basically I trawled through social media and looked for companies that were either just starting out or relatively new within the last 3 to 6 months, because with us being a newish organization at that time, not like brand new but newish, it was easier to broach the newer organizations, the newer sponsors, companies with our idea and what we're doing and how we can help them help us move forward. So like it's basically like for like, you help us, we help you sort of thing. So that's what I did. That's what I did with that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's what it is. Like I was saying in the beginning, it's kind of like an advertising platform. It's not a charity. Oh, give us money. It's like, okay, instead of advertising, getting yourself a post on a website, you come with us. We're interactive. People will come, and then that money's well spent. We'll wear your logos like we do here. That every now and then I'm adjusting my T-shirt so people can see ID Gaming and the energy drink as well. Absolutely well done on that. And then I'm just going to switch over to Josh. The first guys we landed, then we managed. Was it you who managed to get ID Gaming? I think it was.
Yeah, it was myself that managed to get ID Gaming from. Obviously, Glenn got Razor Wire first, and then I think a few days after we managed to land ID Gaming. That was a fairly weird one. The guy was promoting himself and the company in the League of Legends group that I was in, and I sort of took a look because I was potentially looking at getting a new mouse mat myself, and sort of looked at the quality that he was doing, and from there I saw that he was only recently established, but the quality and the way his website was designed, I felt like was top notch. So I sort of looked into it, had a little chat with him personally, and was like, look, I'm part of this organization. Is this type of something that you'd be interested in getting a partnership? He sort of asked a little bit about himself, wanted to know our background, our unique selling points of what we value ourselves on, and sort of grew a little bit of rapport before even talking about going into details. And then from there, it sort of just ran with it, and we are where we are now. And they're an amazing bunch of guys there.
Yeah, basically quality meets quality. We were trying to tell them that we know that you've got quality, but you see a quality in us. This is the proof. They said, yeah, you are the guys for us. And Bob's your uncle. They're part of the sponsorship as well. So
just
go ahead.
Just to jump in there, I want to publicly thank ID Gaming, first of all, because we had a massive spiral in December, and that was probably the hardest time in the history of Wolves, to the point where I was personally on about closing the doors of Wolves. And it took effort for us to actually get it serious and get it back running to where it was. And ID Gaming was there 100% of the way, and they were supporting us and they were helping us out wherever we needed. And publicly, I want to thank ID Gaming for all that.
Awesome. Yeah, we would like to thank ID Gaming for that as well. So just bringing it back to Glenn and Josh before I bring it down to Ash, it's just that we've only started the ball rolling in terms of sponsors, and we're trying to show our sponsors out of there. I mean, the type of sponsorship we have with them, it's give and take as well, as naturally as it would be. It's only a first stepping stone. We're proud of our stepping stone. They're proud of us. It's going to lead on to big things for us and the entire organization. So basically, you two guys keep on doing what you're doing. You're doing it very well. And we're going to bring it over to Ash. Ash.
Yo, Zuka.
My favorite man, the man who, whenever I log onto his stream, I put on my favorite song, Later Bitches, because, you know, I don't know if anybody else knows that, but let's be us two do. It is a funny tune. Exactly. And you do the dance as well. Oh, we need friends outside of here. But anyway, aside from that, Ash, so one thing I'd like to, what was it? Sorry, it slipped my mind again. It's on the tip of my tongue. Your role in the company again, sorry?
HR and support.
HR and support. It's a very niche role you'd never think you'd have for a gaming company, HR and support. So you just think you just come, you just play the games. Yeah, there's the sponsor guys as well, but we just got to get on and play the games. You don't realize that you need a role, specifically human resources and support. What I mean, go ahead, tell me what you think is important that your role is needed for this organization.
Well, it's the same as any company, really. You need the HR and support there purely because of like legal documents. You've got to have a legal side there. And obviously if people need to turn around to obviously like report something or like a concerned problem about a certain member or anything really, that's why we've got it there. It's like anyone can come to me or come to my HR department if they've got a problem, issue, or like a report that they want to put through. Anything. You've just got to have it. It's like any everyday business. Like Jordan BT, they've got HR department.
Oh yeah.
Where I work at Alton Towers, we have a HR department. Everywhere has them. You have to have them.
Yeah,
even
absolutely.
I think as well with the HR team, it's not a case of we're sat there obviously looking for cases or reports or anything like that. We're just making sure that everything's running smoothly. And we've got a nice niche HR process now, which Muller, who is our guest, he was involved in the HR process because he knows HR quite well. So big shout out to Muller on that one, and he'll be on in the podcast later. But having that progress in place, because we're going to be getting more sponsors potentially coming in down the line that Josh is working with and potential partners. We need to make sure that first of all, our members are following processes that these sponsorships look for, because we can't have somebody that's going to be on stream saying all manner of blasphemy and potentially damaging the brand of Wolves. We have to have a process in there that if somebody's not a right brand ambassador, we need to have a process where we need to get rid of them. And it does sound harsh, but if they're not doing the right thing for the brand, we don't want them. But we've got a lot of amazing people within the Wolves, and they're honest brand ambassadors. You look at the chat, look at this, Bearded Viking, Wolves till I die. Just people like this, most likely. Obviously, Stone Chicks, US, she got an esports solos t-shirt. She waited 3 weeks for it, very patiently. We've got amazing people, but we do have a few people, black sheep of the family, coming in, and we just need to have that process there that we can get rid of them if need be.
Yeah. I mean, it's important to represent ourselves like a proper organization, and any organization has an HR department, because some of our guys who are joining, they're young. They haven't had professional experience like all of us have had. We've had work experience. We understand a professionalism. They've just picked up a control pad. They've kicked ass at it. There's no doubt about it. But coming into a professional environment is challenging, wouldn't you say, Ash? Just from there, no work experience, just from gaming to a professional environment like this. So you must have come across some challenges when it comes to that with people. Am I right?
Yeah, plenty of challenges. Always have. There's not a day that you can't not have a challenge. You're always going to get a challenge. Like I always say, every day is a different day, which it is. You're never going to wake up and have the exact same day. It's
Absolutely.
just, I don't know.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Yeah, because you got so many members, and so many members have different ways of thinking, different lives that they lead, different ways they respond to different stimuli, and they just have to adjust for it. And that's where you are. You're the buffer to help people understand. Yes, the legal process is there, but also the guiding process is there, isn't it, Ash?
Yeah, definitely.
I think with Ash as well, the main thing is that he's there for their technical support. So if there is, like, obviously our content creators, more and more people are starting to get gaming PCs because they're starting to become more affordable. So when they're going on and they don't have any idea, Ash was the person that, when I started streaming on PC, I was always console. And when I got my PC, Ash was the person that was like, don't worry, I'll set it up. We'll sort it. Don't worry. And I think we was on Skype.
You, boy. I got you.
I think we was on Skype for like 3 a.m. on a Saturday morning. It was it was literally setting it up for me. And that the Wolves appreciate the support that he has there. He's not just there for the HR there. He's there for the technical side as well, if need be.
He's there to hold your hand. Awesome. Okay, so, and nothing else. This is a family-friendly show. So that's my part. Are there any other, I mean, we've only got like 9 minutes left now, so I assume there's some other things that you want to bring up, Jordan?
No, it's just, obviously, these guys are working effortlessly. Obviously, we've got the 3 departments, which are obviously esports, HR and support, and brand and partnerships. These guys are working effortlessly to get this team to a position where we can confidently sit there and go, right, okay, we're doing well here. Let's keep pushing. And these guys are always looking for that one more thing that we can do to push forward as an organization. And me as the CEO, and obviously Samson as CEO, we sit there and think, right, okay, what can we do different? What can we do better? What are we doing well? What do we need to build? Because obviously we've got the foundations in place. The next year or so is going to be our testament, because we're not new anymore. We're not that new team on the block. We're an established team, and that is where we need to push going forward.
Absolutely. Yeah. We're not just a bunch of kids who threw it together just like a hobby. This is the real deal. So there are a few questions. I've noticed a few questions there for you. I mean, I know that this gentleman here, Beryl Crossley. Have to say I'm very proud of my grandson and nephew, Jordan and John. How adorable. We love you too, Mr. Crossley. We love you too. And there was another gentleman who asked how the name came up, the Wicked Wolves. Before you answer that, Jordan, I'm just going to make sure, because the time is short. And any of you guys, I've asked you questions, Samson, Glenn, Ash, Josh, you guys want to put anything else forward you'd like to say before time's up?
I'm all clean now.
Josh?
I have something to show you which was made specially for today from the brand and partnership side. So if I could share my screen, I'd like to basically publicly announce this live here now. And you will be able to see this later on our social medias. So if you give me 1 second.
I'm not going to lie.
Your time. It's not like we're on a schedule or anything. Go as slow as you like.
As for Beryl, that is my grandma. Just saying, she's. It's nice
grandma. Oh, whoops! I said Mister. Sorry.
So this is going to be a premiere video for this, and it's for the Wolf's birthday from us, from Brand and Partnership. So here we go.
Oh my god.
Oh.
You've not shared your video, bro. You've not shared audio.
I've not shared audio.
That sucks. No. We'll check it out after. We ain't got the time. That really sucks. Never mind.
We have. Don't worry. It can do it. Just reshare your screen, and there'll be a little.
Okay, do it one more time then. Let's see what we got.
There'll be a little tick button saying share audio.
Share audio. Got it. Sorry about that.
There we go.
There we go.
What's going on today, guys? My name is Jordan, and I'm the CEO of Wicked Wolves Gaming. Jesus Christ.
I am sorry for the buffer. I'm not sure why.
It's all right. Yes.
We are a growing organisation. We have much planned. We're constantly changing, adapting, doing awesome stuff. We're all, we're all friends. We all want what's best for each other. We all want to support each other.
Thank you very much, everyone.
Is it Discord by any chance?
No, it's not. I am not sure why the buffer. Give me a second. Let me just change this to 720. It might help.
There we
go. Okay, that's insane.
Alright, let me grab mine.
Woo!
To be honest, I think we did we'll come ninth after we only had 3 team practices together and went straight at the comp, and coming ninth was a pretty good like standpoint.
The Wicked Wolves gaming team. But they've got talent, they have motivation, and they have great attitude. But it takes more than just that to break through in this incredibly competitive genre. But they're doing it.
There's our Wicked Wolves logo right at the top.
Got my razor wire today. Got the Arctic Shaker. Very excited with that. And I've got the 3 flavors.
We have now partnered with Esports Solars. That is right, we do have official merch being launched today.
Now, I don't claim to be an expert, but I know talent when I see it. Keep your eyes on these kids. The Wicked Wolves.
You say Wicked Wolf?
No.
I will not take lip from someone who likes this Assassin's Creed, right?
Just short of a week, we have got an extra 600 followers on Instagram. We're up to 1.5k on YouTube and 1.1k on Facebook. Announced that we have recently launched the Wicked Wolves Academy. We have now launched the Youth Academy program, which is from 12 to 16. And after that, they can try out and potentially make it into the main team. You have your own promo code, or you've applied for the merch program. It's officially live.
And when they hit it big, you can say, you know what? The coach told me about that. Is that exactly what you're going to say? Wicked Wolves Gaming. Let's go get it.
Happy birthday, Wolves.
Lonzo, and I just want to say happy birthday to the Wicked Wolves, and thank you for the opportunity to have me in the team. You're all amazing, just like Yorkshire's finest.
Big Wolves, happy birthday, guys. Up one of these to me.
Hi there, guys. Ashton Lux here. Just wanted to say a big, massive happy birthday to the Wicked Wolves. Thank you guys for letting me be part of your pack. I'm really excited to see what you guys have got going on in the future.
Right, hi there, guys. Twist here. I've got one thing to say. Happy birthday, Wolves. Thank you, Jordan, for giving everyone this opportunity and starting this wonderful organisation.
It will buffer on Twisty, won't it?
It will. The lovely face.
The lovely face.
My internet's dying, mate, I think, but that is pretty much the video.
That's brilliant. That is
awesome.
Is
that what I wasn't allowed to know about, Josh?
That is what you was not allowed to know about. So,
you might have pulled a Tom Holland on us.
So during the brand meeting on Monday that we had, I sort of put this idea forward, sort of pitched it to Amy, Ash and Phil, got everyone's opinion on the thing. And I wanted to sort of do a video from sort of the start of when the Wolves came together to sort of where we are now and our time between that. And the video that I only just saw this earlier on this evening. I just want to do a big thank you to both Amy and Ash for working together for doing this surprise for yourself, Jordan, as well as the Wolves. So thank you very much.
Well done, guys. Well done. Absolutely amazing. Zubair, obviously we are running out of time, but this is the part where obviously you can promote yourself because we do have another special guest coming in. Go on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not as active as you gamers are because you gamers are making the work for the Wolves much more better than I ever could. But if you ever do want to check me out, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, Big Z Bear, that's the name there. It might be the Big Z Bear on Twitter. I'm not quite sure. I always get confused, but that's where I'm at. See you guys around.
Thank you very much, Z Bear. Right, so directors. So we do have a Q&A session right now. I'm going to bring in a good friend of mine. He's also my boss at BT, so please be nice. Don't want to get sacked. I'm going to introduce Mr. Imran Muller. Hi, Muller.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Hey, you all right?
How are you?
All good. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Imran Muller. I work at BT. I've been at BT for the last 7 years. I'm Jordan's boss. I've seen him develop over the last few years. When I say develop, he's trying. Now, he came to me approximately just over a year ago with an idea which I thought was absolutely ludicrous. And I said to him, I go, mate, it's not going to work. But then I saw the passion in Jordan. I saw exactly what he was all about and the work ethic that he was all about. I knew about that already. It's just that I knew nothing about gaming or anything like that. And I said to Jordan, listen, mate, if it's the right thing for you, then go for it. You've got my support. I'm more than happy to assist you. Anything that you need from me, from a management point of view or a business point of view, give me a shout. I'm more than happy to support you. And I think over the course of the year, me and Jordan have had many a meeting, and we've done that, haven't we?
Yeah.
Jordan.
So Muller was a big influence into the HR policies and procedures handbook. He was the person that actually sat down and said, right, this is what we need to do. This is the guidelines we need to follow. And he was a big part in actually developing the HR process. So Ash, he was the big part behind your department. But obviously we thought.
Sorry, Ash.
So yeah, Ash is like, damn. Yeah, he's gone. But I think it was just nice to bring you in, obviously, on the Packcast, because obviously you've done a fair bit in the background that even some of these guys aren't aware about. I think only Samson was the person that knew about it. But yeah, it was just nice to bring you in and really just go over any Q&As for us, really. So have you got any questions, first of all, Mr. Muller?
No, I mean, guys, honestly, all I can say is that you guys have done so well to bring this company, the Wicked Wolves Gaming, to where they are today. In a very, very short space of time, you brought them so far, which is absolutely amazing. It's credit to you guys. And you know what? I actually applaud you guys for doing what you guys have done. Jordan, thank you very much for everything you've done. But my question is, you guys, where do you see yourselves going in the next year? Anybody?
We'll start. I tell you what, we'll go around. So we'll start with Josh. Go on, Josh. You start off.
For me, sort of from a brand point of view, I want to see us grow. I want to see us get out there more, and I want people to start recognizing us wearing our merch on the t-shirts and go, I know them. They're part of the Wolves. They're a cool bunch of guys, and then come and talk to us if they want to and stuff, and just be a public figure in a way. But as a whole, I just want us to keep growing, and if we do have any setbacks, just power through that and just be on the positive side. And if we do have any issues, just come together as the family we are and just power it through, really.
Totally agree. Brilliant. Excellent.
Ash?
Well, me and George, we both agree on like the same thing. We don't like phase. So this isn't just for my department or a specific department. This is for the whole organization. It's F phase and beat phase. That's all we need to do. We just need to just take the top of the game. That's all we're doing. We ain't settling for no less.
Yep. I like that.
Love it. Okay, excellent.
Glenn?
I want us to be a household name. I want to be able to walk down the street and just hear people talking about the team. Just be like, you know what? Did you watch CDL last night? Did you see Wicked Wolves just smash FaZe, Optic, them all out the water? I want to be a household name in the next year to a year and a half.
Yeah. Samson?
Well, I think firstly, importantly, to recognise is this first year has been the hardest. And now that we have the whole structure in place and the right people in place, I want anyone who's connected with gaming to know our name. So when any kind of gaming is involved, it's Wicked Wolves. We need a bit. Do you know what I mean? We've got everything down. It's just a matter of time, and more of what we're doing.
It's quite interesting you should say that. Yes, you guys have worked really, really hard to get this thing off the ground. And you know what? We're in a very, very good position, or you guys are in a very, very good position right now. But believe me, the hard work starts now. Yeah, you gain more and more followers. Your reputation is going to go through the roof very, very soon. And when that happens, you guys all need to stick together. You all need to work harder. I mean, every stage of this thing that's happened, Jordan has, whether it's 2 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock in the morning, Jordan's been messaging me saying, guess what, we've done this, we've got this many followers, we've done this. And so proud, he's taking so much pride in the fact that you guys are going places. And I love that. I love the passion that he was showing. And you know what, that made me want to help him more with everything that he needed help with, because I just saw the passion in his eyes and I'm thinking, this guy, he's got a lot of enthusiasm about him. He just needs a little bit of guidance and keep him on the right track, and we've done that. And you know what, you guys have been an integral part of this, and that continues. And you know what, fair play to Jordan, fair play to you guys. I mean, I've not really spoken to you guys, but the amount of passion that Jordan's shown, I think you guys need to continue with that as well. And everybody sing from the same hymn sheet, really. Jordan,
I can't count the amount of times that you and me, Jordan, have spoke in the very early hours, for hours, just about the smallest of things about the organisation, but something that needed to be ironed out. And
is that why? Is that why he's always late at work?
Yeah. Start docking his money,
Jordan.
I'm not always late. I think with myself as well. My ambitions really is, I want to turn up to a big competition in the next year. Turning up with like a shirt with Wolves on there, or just walking through the door and seeing my guys on that big stage. Whether it's my COD team, whether it's my league team, I'm not bothered which team it is. Just turning up, watching that LAN event and seeing the guys up on that big stage with our logo and LED lights is because if we do that, then our names will start getting recognised, and that's my goal for the next year.
Also, as well, I mean, because of the unfortunate coronavirus, which has affected a lot of stuff, we were planning on going to Comic-Con, all other type of things. Yeah. So obviously in the next year they'll be getting hit up, and that's even more exposure.
Yeah. So any other questions, Muller?
No, not really. I mean, I think the other four guys have answered their question. I think the question needs to be put to you now. Where do you see this company going in the next 12 months?
So the next 12 months, I see from looking at numbers. Obviously, I work with you on a very numbers base. So me and you we're all about numbers and the way that we work. I look at numbers and I see the number of members we have towards productivity, and I see our follower base potentially being 3 times the amount as potentially what it is now. Our potential reach. Currently, we're hitting at about a reach of about 81k on just Facebook alone, which is huge. And then we've obviously got YouTube, we've obviously got Twitter, we've got Instagram. So we're probably looking at about 100 to 120k right now. I want that to triple. I want that to be round about 350, 400k reach. And having the potential followers, we're looking at, my next goal is saying 5,000 on Facebook. I know that probably will happen. We're nearly at 1.5. For YouTube, we're at 2.3, 2.4, something like that. So just getting our social medias out there, because then brands, we've got a massive Twitch account, which has got 21.8k, but getting the brands coming in interested and having more meetings, like me and Josh had a meeting last week with a certain company, and just having them regular meetings, because companies want to deal with us. It's not us going to them, it's them approaching us. And that is what I see in the next 12 months.
Okay, good answer. Well done. Do you want to go through some questions? Anybody got any questions? Let's see if there's any questions online by anybody. From anybody.
There should be some questions somewhere. Here we go. Here's one for you, Muller.
Go on.
BT sponsorship on the cards, cheap internet for the Wolves, and could help Humber Thor out too.
I think. Do you guys think I actually own BT? Is that what you're saying? I wish I did.
You've got influence. You've got influence.
I've got influence, but I need. Listen, the most important thing, you guys are gamers. Yeah, internet goes a long, long way, and ask Jordan. We sell most of our products and most of our broadband based on our internet speeds, and we know how important it is to gamers. Every time we speak to gamers, that's the passion. They don't care how much the internet costs, they just want to be able to stream without being buffering in any such way. So I mean, that's something that so if we can deliver something like this to people that are passionate like you guys, then you know what, my job's done. And in terms of the sponsorship, listen, leave it with me. I'm trying to get sponsorship for my bike ride, and I just about got that. So let's see what we'll do.
But come on, guys! Anybody in the chat? Have we any questions? I know I said one question earlier. Where did the name Wicked Wolves originate from? So I'll answer that. It's quite a simple question, really. I was playing competitive darts in my spare time on Sundays, and I was playing to quite a decent level. And my nickname was the Lone Wolf. And then I looked at potential Lone Wolf esports, but that was merch company, couldn't do it, trademarked. And then my username when I was playing on Xbox was Wicked J96. So I just thought Wicked Wolf, and then I established from that, and Wicked Wolves Gaming was created. Originally it was going to be called Die Wolves, but that was already taken, and then it went into something else. So that was
Jordan.
Yes.
You set up the academy, which is an amazing thing that you guys have set up, and you talked about it a few weeks ago with myself. It's hugely successful. It will be more and more successful because the gamers are getting younger and younger. I've got a 6-year-old that I think will probably become a gamer very, very soon as well. The name, we played with the idea of Wicked Wolves Cubs. What do you think? What do you guys think?
I like it.
Wicked Cubs Gaming.
I like it.
There you go.
It's got a ring to it.
That'll come down to extra copywriting, though, won't it, for a new name?
Listen, Jordan's got that boxed off. Don't worry about that.
Well, we'll put it round to the board. What do we think? Wicked Cubs Gaming for potentially the academy side.
Yeah,
I like it. It's got a ring to it.
I like it. Yeah.
50-50, but I'll go with whatever.
I'll go with whatever. Josh, your
You
brand.
know, I'm argumentative.
Yeah, Josh's brand. So
I like it, and I don't. It's gonna be our Cubs, but having Wicked Wolves Cubs still links Wicked Wolves, and stuff still together rather than Wicked
But
Cubs.
what about
Gaming.
Wicked?
Yeah.
So
Wicked Cubs, yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting the name right. There's a couple of variations you could do, but I reckon it would be a good idea.
Yeah, we could elaborate on that. There is a question here. I don't know if you can see that, Muller.
Go on.
I guess my question. Go on. I'll let you read that.
I guess my question is: is there going to be much merch, black jerseys, hoodies, etc.? Now, this is something that I've been bugging Jordan about for the last 2-3 months about the jerseys, and we looked at different techniques, different ways of getting our brand out there more than anything. It's not a matter of making a profit. Yes, profit is important, being obviously a business, but I think it was more important to get the name out there. And I said, if I see someone walking down the street with a snapback of Wicked Wolves, because the logo looks absolutely amazing, the colours look amazing, and I'm thinking, get more of these merch out there as much as we can. Let's get it all over social media. Let's get it everywhere we can. And yes, we will be making money out of this as well, but it's promoting the brand. That's the most important thing, promoting the brand. And that was the key thing. So, Jordan, the question is going to be over to you or anybody on the panel. Are we going to get more merch?
Josh, you are. So Josh has he's the person that responsible for esports Solis. He has a direct contact, which is Robert. I'm pretty sure you can tell this one.
Yeah, so obviously right now, due to the COVID such, getting suppliers for esports, because they are a relatively new company as well, getting new stuff coming into them is quite hard at the moment at relatively price where we're not going to be overcharged. So right now what they've got is they've got a plan of where they're slowly looking around and progressing to get us hoodies, snapbacks, phone cases, that type of stuff. So eventually we're going to be getting that. When, we're not sure as of yet, but they're definitely coming.
Yep, there we go.
That's good news. Don't forget my jersey as well, Jordan, and my hoodie and my snapback. I'm all over that, mate. Honestly.
Here's a question for me. So when are you going bald, Jordan? #Balfour.
Why would you go bald, Jordan?
They're trying to get me to get rid of this because of the lockdown.
I've been telling you this for the last year, mate. Honestly, you need to get rid of it.
You wouldn't suit it, dude. I'm telling you now. You would not suit it.
I basically did a challenge on stream the other night that if they got to £120 by next Friday, I will shave. I'll do number 2.
Right, Jordan. How many followers have we got at the moment?
I tell you what, Jordan. When you come over Wednesday, I'll shave it for you if you want.
Jordan, how many followers?
Myself or the team?
The team.
1.5K. Just now, Facebook.
On Facebook, yeah, and then
on Facebook.
2.3K on YouTube.
50p a piece, if less.
So let's just say we get to. Is it 1.5K? Did you say on Facebook?
Yeah.
We get to 2K. You shave your hair off.
Yeah.
And I'll do it. I'll do it, and I'll stream it next Wednesday when Jordan comes over. So if we get those, I will shave his head and we'll stream that live.
Yeah.
Make sure you're wearing rubber gloves, mate. That's all I can say to you. Jordan, are you okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine by me.
Well, I don't think we've got a choice anymore.
I'll get my clippers on charge.
Here's a good question from our competitive general manager. If you can read that, Muller, I don't know if you can.
What's the next big thing for Wolves in store? What's the next big thing Wolves got in store? Go on, anybody?
Josh.
Why is it always me? There's a few other people.
I see you smirking there. We're gonna go around anyway, so.
For me, it'll probably be releasing some new merch when it comes down the line. Not so long ago, we just released a new design for a mouse pad, which was fairly big, customizable name, a nice design on there. So that was a little bit different, what you could add your own personal aspect to. But I think for myself, it'll be the new merch coming in and getting that out there.
Sweet. Ash?
Me, just obviously building my tech support team as we build to get a bigger and better tech support team. And obviously just making sure HR stay on top of everything, make sure everything's obviously going through the books.
Yep.
That's about it.
Glenn?
Implementing my 7-stage plan.
his 7-stage plan, which we have been developing over the last few weeks. Samson?
Progressively, what's coming next for me personally, I've been working on business plan with a very, 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 very big sponsor, potentially. So, you know, we'll just have to hold his breath on that one and just see what actually falls from tree.
Yep, definitely. I think that's the same with myself. Obviously, only myself, Josh and Samson have been working on it, but I think it's just getting the name out there now and perfecting that business plan and making sure that when a sponsor looks at us, they see that we're doing everything legit. We've got all the right measures in place. We've got the trademark now. We've got the copyright. We've got everything in place. We've got the competitive contract sorted. So I think it's when sponsors look at that, they see that we're actually, one, we're well organised. Two, we've got that desire to push forward into the esports world. And I think that'll be amazing when they see that.
Definitely. A hungry organisation. That's what we are. Hungry for more.
And another one
hungry
here
like
from
the wolves.
And the same one from this one, from the same person.
Can we possibly look at making an open Wicked Wolves gaming competition?
I've been thinking
about that.
Yeah.
Well, no, hang on. We were on about that because we've had the graphics developed for team versus team and all that lot. So yeah, that's in-house gaming.
That's not open though. This is that any team can join.
So I posted our Wicked Wolf competitions, and with the meeting that me and Jordan had last Friday, this is something we was in discussion with.
With the tester thing.
Yeah. And sort of potentially getting something like this open. Obviously, we can do maybe a cash prize or merch or talk with our sponsors, but it's definitely something that we've looked at and potentially is on the cards. We just need to go into that a little bit more and find out where the niche will be, whether it'll be COD, League, Rocket League, Overwatch, Fortnite, that type of stuff. So I think that's definitely on the cards.
Yeah. I think as well, I'm looking at it potentially with the COD teams. We've obviously got 3 competitive COD teams that are all doing amazingly well. And obviously they've entered that new S&D team. So there's 30 odd teams in that. So we just need to now look at, we could potentially do it. We could, I think it was like £10 for each team to join. So if we could potentially do that going forward, I think it'd be interesting because I know Captain Toothless, he did his own Warzone tournament, which went down quite well. So massive round of applause for Toothless doing that. Obviously, our Warzone team didn't get very far, but that's just basically training and getting that sorted. But yeah, we will be doing that eventually. That's the main question. This is a good one.
That's the question I asked Jordan a year ago, or why would he even think about starting up this organisation? So, Jordan, it's a perfect question to actually ask you. What made you want to start this organisation?
So obviously, before I joined before I created Wicked Wolves, I was part of another organisation called Cryptic Gaming, who are a fairly decent sized Call of Duty team. I was playing for them. Obviously, Glenn knows because me and Glenn used to play against each other in online and LAN events. And I was their anchor for going nearly 4 years. And then I just did that every Saturday. And then once I got removed from that because they brought a new general manager in, I'm not slating them because Cryptic don't exist anymore. Misfits have bought them. Obviously, once that had been done and my time there had been done, I didn't want to join another team because that means I'd have to start out again. I just thought, actually, I've got experience in training younger players. I've got experience in running a competitive COD team because I was the IGL or in-game leader. So it was just a case of now I wanted to create my own team. And we started off as a competitive COD team. We had me, my brother, we had Ethan Halsall, and then we had 2 others, which are not with the organisation anymore. But that's how it started initially as just a COD team. And now look at us, we've got 3 COD teams, we've got a league team, we've got Fortnite teams, we've got, you name it, we've got it. So that was the reason why I wanted to create the organisation mainly.
Good answer.
I knew this was going to come.
Why did you make a side organisation as well as Wolves?
So I created Eclipse Gaming, which was a sister company to Wolves. So obviously working for BT. BT has 3 companies. They have Plusnet, EE, BT, or the BT Group. I was looking at doing something the same, and I wanted another organisation. The Wolves was basically we had set procedures, we had set like goals, that sort of stuff, and I just basically wanted to sit down and go, right, I want to have a different approach, but I can't take that into the Wolves now. We're already set in the way that we're running, and it works. Let's leave it. But I had ideas where I wanted to have a different approach, which is why I created Eclipse. And then it was going to be called the Wicked Wolves Group. So obviously Wolves and Eclipse worked together, and then we had, that sort of stuff. It worked exactly the same as BT. However, it didn't work because the management didn't click. It just fell to pieces quite easily. I weren't spending too much time in there, and it collapsed before it even begun. Really, it was only open for 2 months, and then I decided to close the doors, and they went on to create their own Total Eclipse Gaming. They're not existent anymore. They created Rogue Assassins Gaming, not existent anymore. So, but Wicked Wolves have been going strong.
Good. Hope that answers your question. Jordan, what's your favourite part of being an alpha?
My favourite part of being the CEO.
I'm just wondering if I should hear the answer to this, but go on.
No, my favourite part about being CEO more than anything of the organisation is being able to give people opportunities. Actually ringing somebody up and saying, do you know what? You've impressed me, and I'm going to give you a promo stream. And the fact that, for example, this is just a promotion, by the way, Jericho the Gamer, who is in chat. I went onto his stream earlier, seen his all productivity, brilliant, he's all green across the board, and going to him, do you know what, mate? You've impressed me, you're getting a promo stream. So Monday, tomorrow, Jericho the Gamer is the promo stream, just a bit of an announcement. But that is that's what makes me happy about my role, because I can literally give anybody an opportunity. I give Josh his initial opportunity, he's VP of Branding Operations. Glenn, he was pestering me for months. Oh, give me a management role. Prove yourself first and I'll give you a management role. He proved himself, he got a management role. Same with Ash. Ash proved himself and he showed the commitment he had. He got an opportunity. Captain Toothless. This guy's been sharing us constantly. He's been a proper brand ambassador. He's GM of competitive now. And it just shows to me that I like progressing people, and I'm all about progressing people, but you have to put the work in.
Where have you learnt all that from, Jordan? No, well done, honestly. Really proud of you. It's really, really good what you've been doing, mate, honestly. And I know we're short on time. We've only got a couple of minutes left, but one thing I want to sort of sign off with and really get across to you guys is I'm incredibly proud of what Jordan and the team have achieved. And it's not just the team that are actually here, it's everybody, every single one of you that watch the podcast, the streams, and also the guys that are constantly gaming, etc. You guys actually run this business, run this company, and without you guys, these guys wouldn't be in a position they're in today. And I just want to thank every single one of you for your sort of commitment. And one thing I'll say to you guys is, yes, we've mentioned earlier on, it was a hard work getting us to where we are today, but the hard work truly starts now. And one thing about Wolves, I'm sure you already know, all of you will know that Wolves always hunt in packs. You guys need to stick together. No matter what happens, you're going to have a lot of laws, but you got to stick together. One thing about Wolves that I've learned, I've watched a lot of documentaries about them, is they don't leave anybody on the side. They literally carry the whole team, and that's what you guys need to be doing. You will have ups and downs, there'll be disagreements along the way, but if you guys all stick together, you know what, believe me, the future is very, very bright for you guys. I wouldn't get involved as much as I have with Jordan if I didn't think that this was going places. At the beginning, yes, I did laugh in his face, but I'm here a year on, and I feel really, really proud. It's like a proud father, looking at Jordan thinking, bloody hell, you've come far. And to see him having to shave his hair off as well is going to be even better, mate, honestly. And so, you guys have done this company really, really proud. You just got to make sure you carry them on to the next level. And hopefully this time next year I might be sat here again and talking about massive company. I'm hoping so. And all of your visions that you've mentioned at the beginning of this half an hour show, you all mentioned your visions, and you were all literally singing from the same hymn sheet, which is brilliant.
I think that's a nice little statement from Elizabeth Hernandez there. This team has saved my sanity. So, Stunner Chick, I appreciate that. But we'll go around, obviously. Each of you can have your own little statement. You can promote yourself, your social media. I know, Molly, you do your TikTok, so you can promote your TikTok on there, brother. Samson,
I'm not promoting my TikToks.
You should. You should. Samson, anything from you?
No, everything's been said. It's been a brilliant birthday celebration. And yes, you finally got me on YouTube. And I can't wait to shave your head on Wednesday.
Thanks for that.
I don't stream. I don't stream or anything, so I'll just give a big shout out to my son Eric, who's shooting cowboys on Red Dead Redemption 2, taking my time. But there we go.
There we go. Glenn?
I'm not going to promote myself. So basically, just hit the subscribe button on the YouTube. Follow us on Facebook. Follow the Twitch. So anything to do with Wicked Wolves, just follow them all. Thank you very much for coming and joining the birthday celebration.
Ash?
YouTube TV on Twitch. That's about it from me. And obviously, follow Wolves on any social. I say it at the end of every stream.
There you go. Josh?
For me, just follow the Wolves, and again, from everyone here, thank you for everyone that's putting in the work, not just at the top, but those who are trying to work their way up. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here in the position we are now. So thank you to everyone, and happy birthday, Wicked Wolves.
There we go. Mullet?
I've got nothing else to add. I think you guys have covered everything. I just really appreciate the opportunity. I feel honoured to be on the show today, to be honest, and I really appreciate the opportunity today to actually, get a good insight as to and meet a few of the people that Jordan talks about constantly. And so reading some of the comments being left on the live chat, it's just brilliant. And you know what, I feel excited for you guys. Really am excited. So just keep sharing, keep sharing the actual love of Wicked Wolves, and let's just take this company really forward. And you've got every way of doing it. So well done. And Jordan, no.
Everybody's asking for your TikTok now, Mullet.
M19LLA, there you go.
M19LLA, there you go.
Yeah.
So, Amy, clip that for the YouTube highlights. But we're going to sign off now. I think everybody, thank you very much for all the guests, all the viewers as well. Appreciate Molly, you popping on. Board of directors,
appreciate it.
We've got a chat later tonight. But thank you very much for everybody attending. And that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.